Hello, lovely people. So I got bored of a Saturday night and I've been meaning to do a tier ranking for a while. So I decided to rank the aesthetics of every flag in the world, or at least every flag that this website has given to me. So I hope you enjoy and thank you all for listening to all my various videos and keep on listening. I hope you enjoy them and have a good weekend. Just as a disclaimer, in case somebody gets upset, these are not rankings of the countries, obviously, just of the aesthetics of the flag. I do chat a bit of political BS along the way. I've tried not to let it influence my decision, but no one's perfect. So there you go. Okay, so first up, we've got Norway. It's got that off center cross. I think that's pretty stylistic. I like the colors. Obviously, one of the most common tri-colors we get, red, white, and blue, but that's pretty stylish. That's pretty classy. I think that's straight up to an A. Next we have Pakistan. Not bad. The white on the left is a bit odd. I'm trying to think if it would look better with just like green all the way. It's all right. It's all right. Got that Islamic moon. I go C for now. Palestine. I quite like it. It's quite stylish. And the only downside is lots of flags look like this. Obviously, that's not Palestine's fault necessarily, but we want originality. So let's pop that as a C. Papua New Guinea. I love this. What is that? Is that a butterfly or some kind of tree? I don't know. With the stars in the bottom, which kind of is evocative of Australia and New Zealand. The diagonal cross, the red and black. I absolutely love this. That's straight up to an A. Peru, very simple, but still quite classy. Nothing wrong with a simple flag sometimes, but it's kind of like Canada, but more minimalist. We'll go C. Next up, we have Pitcairn Islands. I really don't like any flag with a British flag in the corner. I think a lot of countries are trying to get rid of them, which is good, but it's not only is it a nasty reminder of colonialism, but it's just unattractive unless it's some sort of naval flag. So Pitcairn sadly down to D. Portugal, I like it. I like it. It's stylish. It's different. You've got that asymmetry between the green and the red. Let's pop that up to a. Let's go for B. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Qatar, jagged edges, a little bit boring. I think this is one of the widest, the most widescreen flags there is. Not very exciting. Pop it in C. Not terrible. Romania, simple, switching out the red, white, and blue for red, yellow, and blue. Decent. Let's stick that in C. Rwanda, quite like it. This is definitely a flag I'm going to forget about on a pub quiz. Yeah, it's all right. It's decent. Bit of fun. Very sunny. Very kind of good vibes. Stick that in C. St. Lucia. Look at this. This is like a, well, it looks a bit like a Tesla logo or something. It looks like a car logo. I'm guessing that's referencing the mountainous terrain of St. Lucia. Kind of love it. Yeah, that's pretty. They got the blue sea and then the mountain in the middle. That's an A for me. Saint Pierre and Miquelon. Is that the one that's next to Canada? I mean, that's pretty badass. It's dominated by a massive ship. Lots of kind of naval ensigns. I don't really know what those are called. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's stick that in a B. Samoa. Again, we've got those stars. That is this like Southern Hemisphere countries? I don't know. Like Australia, New Zealand, and Papua New Guinea. It's not bad. A little bit, minimalist. We'll find it. We'll find a good minimalist flag, definitely. But we'll stick that in C. Sao Sao Tome and Principe. Excuse my Portuguese. Again, it's got that arrow coming in from the left, like a lot of the Islamic majority countries. Yeah, it's all right. Another C. Gonna run out of room here. Scotland, my place of birth. And obviously, you think I'm being biased, but look at this flag. Along with Jamaica, the only other sort of saltire cross. It just looks so much better than the regular cross, the blue and the white. So this is minimalism done well. This is minimalism done well. I'm tempted to put it in Sigma, but we'll stick in A. Otherwise, you think I'm biased. Serbia, well, Serbia, Slovakia, and Slovenia all kind of particularly Serbia and Slovakia, I think all reasonably similar flags. It's all right, bit boring. Stick it in C. Sierra Leone. I like the colors, a little bit different. Don't mind that, but nothing to write home about. Let's stick that in C. Sint Maarten. It's got that kind of like Philippines check, red, white, and blue with the arrow essentially the same. So that's going in C as well. It's all right. Slovenia, yeah, it's like Serbia, a bit more boring. Like Russia as well, I guess. Scrapes into C. Somalia, definitely minimalist. Doesn't look like a flag. Looks like a children's drawing or something. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. I'll stick that in C as well. There's a lot in C, but Spain, okay. Great flag. Don't know what that crest is. Too small to see, but I love it. Love the colors. Portugal and Spain have stylish flags, and they are rightly together in Tier B. Sudan, same with Palestine. I'm sorry, all these flags with the red, white, and black with the green arrow, or you know, in various combinations, they're all going to get a C. I think Switzerland, unique, square. Yeah, it's pretty stylish. It's pretty stylish. I think it squeezes into B. It's unique. Taiwan, I like it. I like this little sun, kind of like those flags of the British with the Union Jack in the corner, but better. That's going to get B as well. Tanzania, I love this. Look at this stripe. I love diagonals on a flag. Doesn't quite make into A for me. I'll stick that in B. Timor Leste or Leste. Again, it's kind of like the St. Lucia. You got that black and yellow. I like the two different angles of the triangle. The rest of it's pretty plain, but I think that deserves a B. Stick it in there. Tokelau, never heard of it. Don't know what that is. Guessing it's a Pacific island. It's got those star things. I guess that's some southern constellation. A sail, pretty, yeah, quite like it. Stick that in B. Trinidad and Tobago, like Tanzania, but the opposite way. Love diagonals, so that's a pretty badass with the red, black, and white. That's a strong flag. Stick that in B. Turkey, strong but pretty simple. It's close to a B. That's going in C. Oh, we're really running out of space, folks. Making the screen smaller again. Turks and Caicos, nah, D. Sorry. Uganda, is that a cockerel or a what is that? Love the colors though. Oh, B or C? I think we'll go B for Uganda. UAE, it's just like I think the red triangle coming in from the side, like is it Palestine? Yeah, Palestine is more badass. It's nah, it's a bit naff. Let's go in D. US of A. Putting my prejudices aside, it's a pretty badass flag. Let's be honest. The 50 states perfectly represented with the red and white on a purely aesthetic level. It's gonna be a B, and I feel bad saying that. Uruguay. Don't know about that sun. Bit naff. Eh, not the best. I'll rescue it from D though. We'll go into C. Vanuatu. Don't know what that is in the corner. Can't make it out. Like a snail. Pretty cool. I love that yellow in the middle of the black, which is itself in the middle of the three parts. That's pretty badass. That's going in B. Venezuela, simple. Lots of South American flags have these colors. Very Bolivaric. It's all right. It's a C. BVI, same. I mean, I'm saving F for some absolute stinkers. Wales. Come on, like look at this. It's the same with Scotland, except it's just even more badass. Just a massive dragon, straight up to A. Western Sahara, a country that I and most people know nothing about because it's kind of semi-recognized. Same with lots of the Arab and Islamic countries, but it's got a bit of bling in the middle. I quite like it. I'm gonna stick it in B. It's got a bit extra. Zambia, bit weird. Kind of reminds me of those Soviet states that had like I think it was like Turkmenistan or whatever when they had the Soviet flag as part of the USSR, and they were like green with the stuff in the corner. It's weird, but I kind of like it. Let's go and see though. Åland Islands, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Following the classic Scandi off-center cross, it's all right. Not biggest fan of the colors. Stick and see. Algeria, I kind of like how the moon straddles it too. Yeah, that's quite nice. I quite like Algeria. Not sure about the white though. The white maybe brings it down a bit. So I'm sorry, that's gonna be a C as well. Andorra, it's like I guess Romania and Malta, but with this little thing. It's a small flag. It's a bit boring. C. C is for mediocrity, you know? Anguilla. Same thing. I'm not just putting it there because of the Union Jack, but it doesn't help. Antigua and Barbuda, that's a fun flag. Like you see that flag flying, and you know you're probably gonna have a good holiday. You're gonna have a good time. It's like one of these flags that's kind of physically representative of the country, I guess, or an idealized version of it. I like it. Into B. Armenia. I've always liked this flag for unknown reasons. Very simple. I just like the. It could be red, blue, and white, but it's not. But I can't really justify it in B, so it's going into C. Australia might. um, it's crap. I mean, like it's and I can never tell it apart from the Kiwis one, and the Kiwis voted to change their flag, and they narrowly rejected changing it to like a badass black and white fern or whatever. So that's just nah. Get rid of that Union Jack. Azerbaijan, never been there. I'm prejudiced against the country for some reason. Oil maybe. Flag is pretty base though. I like that. It's in B. Splitting up my two diagonals. Look at that. We've got Bahrain. So it's like guitar but smaller. It's kind of naff, cut out. Barbados. I like that. Look at that trident Barbados. You know, sea country. That's close to an A, but I'm going B with that. Belgium, boring. Nothing wrong with it though. C. Benin. I kind of like this. I think it's Madagascar is similar with the three blocks. Doesn't really look like a flag. Looks like a Lego brick collection. I kind of like it. B or C. I think I'll go B. Be nice. Bhutan, like Wales, F off massive dragon with the diagonal. That's pretty badass. That's going straight up to A. Oy. This is probably going to be an aesthetic mess, which is ironic. But there we go. Bosnia and Herzegovina, fun country. Got some funny stories from there. Got to give them points of creativity on this one. Just a random yellow triangle with some stars next to it. I don't know what they represent. They seem to be cut off, but that's probably just this website. This gets points for creativity. Like what the hell? It's a B. British British Indian Ocean territory. What is that? British Indian Ocean. We don't own the Indian Ocean. I mean, it's like wavy. This is the first one with the Union Jack that's not a D. It gets a C because it's like kind of beach vibes. Bulgaria. I don't like white at the edge of a flag because then it kind of fades into the background. It's not terrible though. C. Burundi. I like that. That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. Oh, it's got a little saltire thing going on as well, like Scotland and Jamaica. Love it. Into B. Cameroon. Simple. Star gives it's a nice little accessory there. I think it goes B. I think it's pretty good. Cape Verde. Yeah. Yeah. Boring. C. Cayman Islands. D. Chad. Romania. Moldova. Andorra. C. China. I like it. I like it. Yeah, simple, but the stars are better than like the Aussie and Kiwi stars. That's a B. Cocos Island, Cocos. I should know this. You've got features. You got palm tree. You've got the Islamic moon, and you've got the what I think now are the southern constellation stars. So they're packing it in. Does it work aesthetically? Not really. Points for effort though. It's a C, but you know that gets some recommendation definitely. Comoros. Ooh, stars in the middle of the moon. I like that. That's pretty badass actually. That goes in B. Look at that. Pretty cool. DR Congo, like the stripe, red stripe. That's pretty. Stars a bit, yeah, but that scrapes into B. Costa Rica, bit boring. C. Croatia, I like it. I like the pattern that you obviously see on some of their football strips. A lot of the kind of Central Slavic countries have these colors and with the shield, but Croatia's probably the best, so that's a B. Curacao, nothing to write home about. Boring. C. Czechia, I like. Simple but effective. Like the Philippines, I guess. B. Djibouti, the same. I quite like it actually. Again, not a fan of white on flags on the edges, but it scrapes into B, I think. Dominican Republic. Ooh, interesting little checked pattern there. Yeah, B, like that. Egypt, very militaristic eagle. It's bold, but I think it goes in C. England, where I reside, but not where I was born. It's naff. It's had bad associations in the past. I think for the best, those have been sort of reappropriated or whatever the word is, and it's now flown. If it's flown in a football context, not a sporting context, usually, because we usually compete as GB. If it's flown in a football context, it's fine, but it's also had a history of racist shit. It's not that impressive. B or C, it's scraping into C, and that's me being very kind to the country I currently live in. Eritrea, what is that? Wheat. I've had to make the screen small, so I can't really see. I quite like it. Ooh, it's like usually the triangle coming in from the left is just goes a little bit, but that's pretty badass. That's going in B. Okay, so I finally discovered that tiermaker.com has a presentation mode, which makes things a lot better. So on we go. Okay, Eswatini, one of these fascinating African flags. Some yin and yang. That looks like two faces, maybe some spears. It's hard to tell. I like it. It's a B. Falkland Islands, bollocks. Fiji, likewise. What are they doing? Like, even if you want to stay part of the Commonwealth, or even if you're, I don't know, technically still part of the British Empire, just get rid of that disgusting flag. France, a classic, very boring. It's a C. French Indochina. Oh no, French Polynesia. Ooh, I like it. Little, looks like the Taj Mahal. I'm gonna put that in B. I like that one. Gabon, I like the colours, but nothing to write home about. Into C. Georgia, I like that. So it's the English flag, but like on speed with four other English flags. That's pretty badass. That's going to be Ghana, simple but effective. I like it. Go and see, maybe a bit mean. Greece. So it's kind of it's stripy like US. And it's got the cross. I don't know. It's a bit awkward. Points for effort again. Into C. Right. Granada. Look at this. Look at this. Love it. More diagonals. Just a random little flame over here and a star. A lot going on. It's busy, but I like it. I got to be Guam. It just looks like a postcard. Uh, C. Guernsey. Ugh. Never been to Guernsey. Never want to go. It's the English flag with another cross in the middle. I don't like it. It's going in D. Guinea-Bissau. Similar to that other one with the triple. What was that? Benin. Yeah, I'll stick in C. Haiti. I like it. I like it. A little picture in the middle, but probably C. Then a lot of Central America is similar. It's blue and white with some stars and things. Honduras here. Not terrible. C. Hungary. Don't hate it, but a bit boring. C. India. Similar in a way. C. Iran. I like the thing in the middle. Don't know what it is, but looks sort of Zoroastrian. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll go and see. Ireland, it's a classic, but pretty simple. Nothing wrong with it. Love seeing it, Celtic games and that. But purely on aesthetic level, it's a C. Israel, only flag with a Star of David, I guess. It looks all right. It looks all right. Again, nothing special, nothing terrible. It's a C. Jamaica, where my mother is from, love it. Yeah, A or B. This is the thing. Now I put Scotland in A. Now can I? I mean, Jamaica. You got classic green, yellow, and black. It's got to be an A. Scotland and Jamaica with the saltires. It's going straight up there. I know I have a bit of bias, but there we go. Jersey. See, I said I like diagonals, but this is like Guernsey. I mean, what is this? This looks like some British ship in Trafalgar. I mean, I don't know. It's just, what is it? Despite the diagonals, it's going in D. Kazakhstan. Love this flag. Love this flag. Love the color. Just something about that blue with the yellow. Haven't looked much at what is around it, but I absolutely love it. That's an A for me. Love a bit of Kazakhstan. Up we go. Oh, can't reach that far. Kiribati, a good vibes flag. We got the sea, we got the sun, we got a bird. I recently learned that is it Kiribati or maybe Tuvalu is the least visited country in the world, or like the least touristic country in the world. I like it. That's a B for me. South Korea. This is fun. Again, yin and yang. I hope that's what that is. I once learned what these things represent or don't represent, which is quite interesting. Aesthetically, that's a pretty flag. That's going in B. Kuwait, so a remix on the Middle Eastern, left interjection flags. So it's halfway between UAE and sort of Palestine. But I like it. I remember seeing this flag as a kid because I had a world map on my wall, and I liked the weird sort of cut off bit. It's going B. It's going B. We're going to be nice. Lao, simple but effective. Simple but effective. B as well. I'm being very generous right now. Lebanon, a Christmas tree. Don't know. Don't like that shade of green, and aesthetically it doesn't quite work, but it's different, stands out, very unique. A lot of European flags and African flags are very boring or samey. Lebanon is at least trying, so that's going in C. It's a high C. Iberia, the Lone Star, America. It's boring, but it's not terrible. It will go in. Let's put it in C. Let's be nice. Liechtenstein. I like the colors. I like the colors. Once got pretty merry on a budget holiday to Romania with an international crowd, and we all sat around talking about how we were going to establish the People's Republic of Liechtenstein because it's the country of 70,000 people and doesn't have an army. So, I'm still very much on board with that plan. Just need to sort of work out the details and the logistics. I think one of the guys there who worked in oil, she registered a web address, like People's Republic of Liechtenstein. So we had some plans, and then we all fell asleep. But I like this one. It's going to be Luxembourg. It's just one of those European flags. The blue's a bit different, but that's it. It's fine. C. Madagascar. That's what I was talking about earlier. So it's like Benin. Again, it's the white that I don't really like. That lets it down a bit. But in general, it's quite nice. So we'll stick in C. Malaysia. Yeah, it's quite nice. The Muslim America. Stars and Stripes swapped out for the moon. I use the term Islamic moon and sun. I hope that's accurate. Fun fact, I don't know if this is a fact, but I read somewhere that Singapore is the only country where it has an Islamic moon on the flag, but it's not majority Muslim. Don't know if that's true, but I read it somewhere. I quite like it. We'll put it in B. C, sorry. Mali, meh, C. Marshall Islands, doing a lot. Looks like a logo for some sort of cruise line. Points for effort, but not my favorite, so it's a C. Mauritania, yeah, it's a C. What is this? Mayotte. Some of these are not countries. I mean, the smaller ones can just get away with anything. Two seahorses with the word Mayotte on the flag. Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen the word name of a country on a flag? Look, points for effort. Don't hate it. Lots of white though. Interesting one. Let's say. Let's go and see. Micronesia, boring, but how does Micronesia even function as a country? It's like isn't it a collection of like very culturally different states? I don't know. I'm very ignorant. It could go in D, but I'll be nice. I'll stick it in C. Monaco. It's yeah. So the triptych here is Monaco, Indonesia, and Poland. I'm going to put them all in C because they're fine. They're just kind of they're. I mean, this is hyper minimalist. Two colors. It's fine. It's whatever. Montenegro, like it. Beautiful country, by the way. If anyone hasn't been, which we most people. Yeah, it's kind of got that very militaristic eagle. It's going in B. Morocco, boring but fine. C. Myanmar, that star is like just too big. So it's okay, but like I don't know. I think it would be better with a smaller star. It's not doing it for me. It's going to C. Nauru, boring. C. Netherlands, same. New Zealand, nah. Niger, one of the thinnest flags, if you like. Don't hate it. Similar to India. Yeah, it's whatever. See, Niue. So that's the Union Jack with like some weird additions. Oh, that's no. I'm sorry, Niue. I butchered your pronunciation. I'm sure, but that is a hideous flag. I'm even considering F for that one. I mean, what is that? Just yellow with the Union Jack. With that's going in F. That's our first F, folks. I'm sorry. North Macedonia. I actually, when I was in Macedonia, some tour guide was telling me about the history of the flag. I can't remember it. Something to do with the sun. It's pretty cool. It's pretty bold. It's like, I don't know, it seems to fit in with Macedonian culture in the sense of like that they're big into their statues and their, sort of presentation of masculinity and lionizing their history and all that stuff. But it's pretty bold. I like it. We'll go with B. They had their name taken away by the Greeks, so Northern Mariana Island. I mean, no, just no. D. Oman. Don't know what that is. Looks like a Japanese character. It's interesting. It's different. Gets points for being different. We'll go C. Palau, an off-center yellow circle on blue. Now, I don't like it. Why is it off-center? Like what? I mean, you could say that about the Scandies, but just it's very minimalist. I kind of hate it, but also I'm gonna be nice and stick it in C. I feel like it could either have been a B or a D, but there we go. Panama's good fun. I like that. I think it's a B. I like that. Paraguay, boring. Philippines, I like. It's the Asian check flag. Poland, as I said, boring. Puerto Rico, meh. What is that? Réunion. Official is flag of France. Well, that's because France is big on keeping everyone in the same boat, so to speak. Don't like it. Kind of weird. It's like a pyramid with laser beams shooting out of it. It's going in D. Oh no. Russia, boring. C. Actually D because of the white on top. Don't like it. Saint-Barthélemy. That's the same. I don't like these things. So I guess a D as well. Think it's a Nevis. Lovely diagonal. Unmistakable. Love it. B. San Martin. That's just France. So C, I guess. Something new here. St. Vincent. You like that? It's good to do new things. B. On we go. San Marino. Decent, but again, that white, not a fan. In to see it goes. Saudi Arabia. Very militaristic. Some Arabic words and a sword. I remember being enamored of this flag. Is that the right phrase? When I was but a youth. Almost a B, but we'll stick it in C. It's a bit boring otherwise. Senegal, one of the many red, yellow, and green African flags. Not bad, not just whatever. Seychelles. Now, I feel like this flag was designed in the 90s by somebody who was having a lot of fun partying and doing some naughty things. And as a result, it's fantastic. It's not quite an A, but the Seychelles flag is wild and we love it, and it's going in B. Singapore, as I said, like Indo, Poland, and Monaco, whichever way around those ones go. Don't like the white at the edge, as I said, but it does have that edge, so to speak, with the little detail here. I do like it. It's close to a B. It just misses out on a B. Sorry, Singapore. We are running out of room, folks. Slovakia, lovely country. Similar to Serbia, it's whatever. It's a C. Solomon Islands, nice diagonal, some 5 stars, because it's a 5-star country or whatever. I don't know. It's fine. It's a C. South Africa. South Africa, it's a pretty good flag. Like, it's so normalized. I don't think about it, but again, it's like the Philippines or Czechia, but with it's extra. South Africa is a B. It's bright, it's colorful, it's fun. Good for them. South Sudan, one of the newest countries in the world. They didn't go too postmodern with it. Blue interjecting triangle. It's interesting. It doesn't quite work aesthetically. It goes in C. Sri Lanka. Okay, something new. A what is that? A lion, a griffin, a lion with a sword, and then just like this is so random, just green and orange bar. And I'm sure there's some significance, but that's just weird. Ooh, tempted to give it a B because it's very unique, but do I like it? Yeah, let's be nice. Let's stick it in B. Tier Maker was not designed for this many flags, folks. What is that? Suriname, meh. C. Sweden. Now, my original decision to give so Norway is, I think Norway is the nicest of all the Scandies, but I may have to reconsider where Norway goes because that was the first one I did. Sweden, on the other hand, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but whatever. C. Syria, boring. It's just boring. C. Tajikistan, it's fine. C. Thailand, I like. Just bands though, bit weird. Don't know. Yeah. C. Togo, meh. Again, fine. C. There's lots of C's. Tonga looks like Red Cross expansion pack. um, it gets a C. Tunisia, quite like. Tunisia, quite like. It's like Turkey, but better. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna stick that in B if I can reach that far. Turkmenistan, that's what I was talking about before. I think they've maintained some of that. So you've got this like traditional pattern here, and then the Islamic moon, and then lots of green. It's a bit weird. Turkmenistan, I watched a video recently where someone claimed it was the weirdest country in the world because of all their kind of fake cities and the weird dictatorship and all this stuff. It's going in C. Tuvalu, what is this nonsense? This is almost as bad as Niue. You know I don't like the Union Jack, but what is this? Like, there's some stars. I'm sure they represent something. They probably represent islands, the Tuvalu Islands. I don't know, but that looks like something. It looks like something made in MS Paint. It is hideous. I'm sorry, Tuvalu. You are better than Niue. I'm gonna be very nice and put you in D, but that is hideous. Ukraine, weird flag again. Just doesn't look like. What is it? No, actually, I heard about this. It's yes, it's the sky and the fields. And to be fair, when I was in Ukraine, I took a picture of myself running through like cornfields or whatever, or wheat fields, and it literally did look like the Ukrainian flag. It was a bright blue sky and the yellow. So for that personal reason, and because this is a representation of what a lot of Ukraine looks like, it's going in C. UK. Now, again, I am British. This is a pretty good flag. You've got to say. You've got to say. It's pretty badass. The English flag by itself, whatever. Scottish flag is great. There's a lot of complexity to it. The lines are a bit weird. I said I don't like it on these flags as a sort of colonial symbol, but the flag itself, it's going to be. It's going to be. If we can reach that far, folks, we are running out of space. Uzbekistan, I like it. I like it. Let's go B. I'm being nice now because we're getting towards the end. Vatican City, a square, yellow and white. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I know it has a lot of meaning for lots of people, but no, it's going in D. I'm very sorry, Catholics. Vietnam, very minimalist. Star and red. So kind of like China, but more minimalist. But I love it. Maybe that's biased to me because Vietnam's probably my favorite country to visit. It's going to be. What is this? United States Virgin Islands. So, like the British Virgin Islands, an eagle and VI. How incredibly terrible and boring. I'm sorry, American Virgin Islanders, you virgins, but don't look to Chad for flag ideas because Chad is very mediocre. You are going in D. Wallace and Fortune. France. So it's like the equivalent of the British. Look at this disgusting white line here, and then an Xbox logo. Ooh, that's not a nice flag. That's going in D. I'm sorry, Wallace and Futuna. Wallis and Futuna. What is this? Yemen. Boring. Can't really give it a B because I give another boring flag C. It's safe. It's boring. It's going C. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe's fun. Zimbabwe's fun. Lots of color. Don't know what that is. A giraffe. A lion. A bloody platypus. It's going in C. It's a high C. It's a high C. Afghan. Okay. Again, don't know what this. Afghan's pretty badass. I like the black, red, and green. It's going in B, but we have logistical errors or problems, people, because it's very far away. It's going in B. I like Afghan. I think it's quite militaristic and yeah. I don't know. Did the Taliban want to instigate a different flag? I don't know. Albania. Oh well, this is one of my favorite countries. Only been there once, but absolutely love it. It's two interlocked eagles. Albanian players or Swiss Albanian players sometimes make this symbol, like Serbians at matches in football matches in Europe, and it's caused lots of drama and violence and intercultural conflict. But look, like the Albanian flag is so effing badass. I mean, look at this shit. Like two interlocked eagles, red and black. We know that red and black is. It doesn't mean that your country is based or whatever the kids say these days, but the colors help. You know, this is an A for me. But how, ladies and gentlemen, are we going to get there? We're going to have to go via B. So there it is, up to an A. It joins our elites. No Sigmas, whatever the hell that means so far. I may move one of these up to, I may choose a winner and move one up to Sigma, but we will see. American Samoa, very angular. It's fine. It's a C. Angola, now look at this. Black and red, I've said is my favorite. Obviously, a sort of current or one time sort of communist nation. It's like the hammer and sickle, but Angolan style. A machete. It's pretty goddamn badass. Doesn't quite make it to B for me. Sorry to A, but it's going to B. I like it. Antarctica, that's not a country, and it's just an outline of the country of the continent. So whatever, it's fine. Just whatever. It's going to D. Argentina, yeah, boring. C. Aruba, boring. What is that? No, I'm sorry, D. I feel like I'd be mean to Pacific Island flags, but I feel like there's some low F in some. Australia, the horizontal Peru. Again, it's boring, but whatever. See, Bahamas, I like that. It's like the Middle Eastern flags. I like that blue. It's going in B. Be nice. Bangladesh. Ah, like Palau. That's interesting. Palau and Bangladesh have, they mirror each other, but they're completely. Could you think of two more unrelated countries, Bangladesh and Palau? Maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe, folks, there's something I don't know, but I doubt it. Why is it off center? I don't know. It's going in C. I'm curious. For all my Palawian, Bangladeshian friends out there, please get in touch. Belarus. C. It's interesting. Belize, which I always think should be pronounced Belize. It's boring. It scrapes a C. Bermuda, nope. Bolivia, meh. Botswana, I like. Botswana, I like. It's a high C. Brazil, they tried, and I know all the symbolism about the states and the stars and stuff. It's fine. It's a C. Brunei, terrible country, or so I've heard, but unique design. High C. Burkina Faso, yeah, trend. It's minimalist but classy. It's a C. Cambodia is just a temple with sort of similar colors to Thailand and Laos. It's very interesting how countries in certain areas or with certain cultural backgrounds have similar flag styles, which we see with Laos, Thailand, and Cambodia. It's pretty badass. I'm gonna go B. Wee. Canada. Canada's. I mean, again, it's kind of so normalized that we don't think about it, but that's pretty badass. Canada's got to get a B. It's got to get a B. Ooh, if I can get there. Well done, Canada. Caribbean Netherlands. That's, I swear, like, isn't Sint Maarten part of the Caribbean Netherlands? I mean, right? That, God damn it, I don't know. It's what is the stupid yellow triangle? Look, it's terrible. Sorry, D. Car, Central African Republic. Ugh, not biggest fan. Not the biggest fan. Again, unique. So I'm gonna be very nice and give it a C because it's unique with that weird line. But not fan. Chile, yeah, meh, boring. It's like the South American Slovenia. Christmas Islands. This is like the Cocos Islands. Lots of stuff going on with the diagonal. Points for effort. Not very aesthetic, but bit of fun. Interesting to look at. Colombia, boring, and I don't like the top heavy yellowness. It scrapes into a C because it's unique. Like, what the hell? You got this big block and then the two little blocks. I know they probably represent, like, I don't know, the blood and the land and the people and the Bolivar or whatever, but just come on. Probably the Congo, they tried. Stripe, not as good as the other stripes you've had. So C, a lot in C. I know. Cook Islands. Oh no, I'm mixing up Cook Islands and Cocos Islands. That's just, what is that? That's like the E. That's like the UN and Britain. What a terrifying combination. That's going in D. Cote d'Ivoire, Ireland, C. Cuba, C. Cyprus, like Antarctica, sticking themselves on their flag. White. It's a bit naff. I'm sorry, Cyprus. I'm sticking in D. I'm sticking in D. Denmark, scrape a C. Dominica, often confused with Dominican Republic, especially with the adjectival form, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, you get a C. You know, you tried. Ecuador, C. El Salvador, Central American blue and white, C. Equatorial Guinea, it's all right. C. Estonia, very, very emo colors and one of the more depressed countries, I think. So kind of fits. Don't like the white at the bottom. Very, very pleasant country, but very quiet. Yeah, we'll go see. The standard African colors, but with an interesting, mystical almost looking blue circle and yellow. It's a high C. It doesn't quite make it to B. There we go. Faroe Islands, off-centered Scandi. I mean, they really like. How did this happen? Somebody tell me. I mean, how did all the Scandis? Did one of them go for the off-centered cross, and then the rest were like, "Oh, we should follow our brothers. I'm a Swedish plumber. I'm here to fix your pipes," kind of thing, or what's the story? Again, C doesn't. It's not quite Norway. I'm guys. I'm just gonna say now. I'm gonna downgrade Norway. Or no, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Finland again. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. It's like Sweden. It's worse than Sweden actually. It's just it's whatever. French Guyana. I like it. Diagonal. C. Gambia. C. Germany. Quite like German one actually. Doesn't quite make a B, but very different to the fetish for flipping red, white, and blue that we have in Europe. So it's a high C. Gibraltar, not a country, just full of. No, this is very prejudiced to me to say because I've never been there and I've never met anyone from Gibraltar. The only person I know from Gibraltar is Molly Bloom in Ulysses. But I have negative prejudices and we should return to the Spanish or not, or I don't care, or whatever. The flag is that's a D. Look at it. Or what is that? It's just nonsense. It's white and red like a sunburned Englishman. Greenland. Points for originality. Also like a sunburned Englishman, but kind of experimental, postmodern. It's a high C. I like it. Guadeloupe, official France's flag, so it's part of still technically part of France. Yeah, scrapes a C. Kind of boring. Guatemala, C. Got what's that? Guinea. Yeah, the Guinea is the classic African flag. Red, yellow, and green. Nothing wrong. Nothing great. C. Guyana. Love those triangles. You got that little hint of black as well. I like that. This is a B for me. But folks, B is very far away, so I'm gonna have to a little shuffle here. Hong Kong, I like it. Don't know what this is. I probably should. Petals, that's a B. Hong Kong is fun. That's going up there. Is it a country? Kind of, sort of. Hong Kongers, tell me. Iceland, one of the better Scandies because of the little edging, but still a C. Indo, boring, scrapes a C. Iran, Iraq, don't know what that means. Whatever, C. Isle of Man, look at this, Isle of Man. Again, not a, is it a country? No, it's not a country. It's a constituent part of the UK or whatever. It gets very confusing. It's three legs. I love it. It's a B. It's a high B. I love the Isle of Man flag. Never met someone from the Isle of Man, as far as I know, even though I live nearby. Italy, standard Euro with green, fine. Not a bad flag by any means. Japan. Now, I said that minimalist didn't mean bad, and Japan is an example of a minimalist flag that does it well. It's not an off-centered Palau. It's not the Empire of the Rising, it's whatever it's called, the Imperial Japanese flag. They stripped it back. I don't know the history. It looks very nice. I liked it as a kid. I said I didn't like white as an edge, but it's just like so minimalist that I kind of love it. Japan is a B for me. Up we go. Right, last ones, folks. Jordan, yeah, same as always. When you're in a pub quiz and they ask you about various flags in the Middle East, I mean, I'm sure people that watch my videos know all the intricate differences, but I don't, and I always get it wrong. I mean, I think I can recognize Palestine, UAE, Oman, but it gets hard after that. Kenya, a shield and two spears and black, red, and green. What a badass flag. Is it B or is it A, folks? That's an A. That's an A for me. I'm feeling nice. That's going all the way up. Up the chain. C. all the way up to B, all the way up to A. Now that is an exclusive Club Kenya, so you know, well done to you. North Korea, don't hate it, don't hate it. Let's go C. Kosovo, lovely country. Had a fun time there. Some stars. Shape of the country. Shape of the country seems lazy, guys. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just kind of lazy. Not my favorite. I like the blue. Scrapes to see. Kyrgyzstan. Love this flag. Look at this. Just like it doesn't look like it's from this earth. It's just red with these intersecting bands, three and three. So again, I think I met a Kyrgyzstani lady on a bus from Poland to Czechia who told me what they meant, or maybe I dreamt that. But whatever the significance, this is an amazing flag. I love it. It's one. It's possibly it's one of my favorite flags. It's straight up to A for me. Probably won't be that high in other people's reckonings. But then again, how many people have rated the aesthetics of all the flags in the world? Probably like five people. So Latvia, not the most aesthetic color, but kind of bold to go with that weird maroon brown. Fun country, had a good time in Riga. It's a C. Lesotho, C. Libya. So Libya is okay. So when I was a kid, I had this, as I said, I had this map of flags on my wall, and maybe it was a Gaddafi thing, but I swear, the Libyan flag, or like one of the versions of the Libyan flag, was literally just a green flag. And I was like, "Mummy, why is the Libyan flag green?" And she was like, I don't know. If it was just the green block, I'd be tempted to give it an A just for like not giving a solitary F. As it stands, it's still pretty badass. I'm gonna be nice, and because of that green flag that I think was real and I didn't dream, Libya's going in B. So well done you. Right, Lithuania, yeah, C, bit different, but whatever. Macau, yeah, it's all right. C. Malawi, pretty badass. You know by now that I'm biased toward black and red. That is going to be for me. We like that, Malawi. Oh, up you go. Maldives, ugh. Scrapes a C. Boring. Malta, C. Martinique. Is that four snakes? Don't tread on me, X4. Martinique, the libertarian kingdom. Ooh. I don't like the look of it that much, but because of the four snakes, it gets a C. It's a high C for innovation. Mauritius was just like four colors. It scrapes a C. Mexico, it's fine. It's the Hispanic Italy. Moldova is the Moldovan Romania. Mongolia, I like. Look at this. Red. Are those two reds the same? I think they are, but they look different. And then you got this thing that obviously means something. Don't know what it means, but it looks pretty badass. So that's going in B. Up we go for the Mongols. I think Mongolia's capital, Ulaanbaatar, is the coldest year-round capital in the world. I may be wrong on that, folks. So please correct me. Montserrat, you know where it's going. It's going in D. Mozambique. Now, this is a bit embarrassing, but before doing this flag rating, I was considering doing a rating of the aesthetic shapes of countries. And Mozambique, if I'm not mistaken, would have been like A tier. The shape of Mozambique is like so funky and interesting. Some countries have hideous kind of blobby round shapes. Romania, for example. But anyway, that's a diversion purely on the flag. Is that a gun? You don't get many flags with guns because that's. I mean, you wouldn't. Well, I imagine the Americans could muster that. Not sure about that white line. It's a C. It's a high C. Namibia. It's a nice diagonal. I don't know. Between it's a high C. I feel a bit mean, but there we go. Nepal. Now, of course, one of the most famous flags of all time. The flag that is two weirdly shaped triangles with some symbols in the middle, and obviously when they fly it, I guess they usually use it as the cutout, but officially sometimes it has the white bit. I did read about the flag of Nepal before. It's incredible. It's for pure boldness and not giving an F about everyone else. Nepal joins our elite group at the top in A. New Caledonia, C. Nicaragua, C. Nigeria, it's fine, C. And Nigeria, but with a Christmas tree, Norfolk Island. And then I mean, I should have said at the beginning, folks, this tier ranking thing is alphabetical, but it started with N. That's why it's gone looped back round to N. Northern Ireland, well, for political reasons I won't get into, this Northern Irish flag being an English flag with a Star of David, but also the red right hand. It's a, well, aesthetically it's terrible. Aesthetically, it's absolutely terrible, and my support for Irish republicanism is trying to influence my decision, and I'm trying not to let it. But folks, for the very last flag that I'm ranking, aesthetically and just generally, it's horrible. It's going in F. I'm sorry. What is that monstrosity? So there we have it, folks. All of the flags ranked aesthetically, not politically, although I have mentioned some politics. New, or however you pronounce it, in Northern Ireland down here. Lots of Union Jacks in D, most in C, and then this is our top, so our top ranking. Now, I feel like I don't want to choose a Sigma because they're all great, but I feel like I should choose one. Norway I was going to degrade because that was the first one I did, and I probably would have ranked it lower, but it's a pretty good flag. So if I had to choose one flag, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, the most kind of badass ones: Albania, Wales, Kenya, dragon, eagle, spear and shield. The madness of Nepal. Which is the best, folks? Which is the best? I'm going Albania. I'm going Albania. I mean, politics aside, just look at that. Like, you see that coming over the horizon on somebody's standard, two interlocked black eagles on a red background. You are going to be frightened. Well done, Albania. You knew what the assignment was and you passed with flying colors, namely black and red. So, congrats. And there we have it, folks. My highly subjective ranking, but also very objective ranking of all the flags in the world, courtesy of Tiermaker. Have a great day, read some Deleuze, and enjoy all the nonsense on my channel. Thank you very much.